watching it. If y'all don't watch The Carmichael Show, we just got on it. It's on Netflix. I've binge watched it. It was amazing.
Honest with yourself and figuring out exactly what you're feeling without judging. Now, you were crying in the kitchen one minute, but you're willing to put on a fake smile for the cameraman the next? I
have to put on a fake smile. I'm the mom. I'm the wife. The mom has to be happy in the picture.
Did you realize that you bit off a little bit more than you could chew? When did you realize that that I had an issue?
Staying with my mother. That was it. That's when I finally realized that she had some issues, because at that time she would stay in the bed and be sad for like weeks at a time. At first I was like, yeah, man, you've been lazy. Like, I'm doing everything. I'm going to work. I'm bringing stuff home and stuff like that. And then I finally realized that after a while, like with her being like in bed and being sad, and even with me trying to do nice things and try to do good stuff, and even along the lines of when we was getting closer to moving into the new house, it was still like the sadness, and that's when I realized something was wrong.
Is there anything that you could maybe give some advice that you could give somebody to tell them how to handle it, like stuff that they maybe could do, or for their personal selves, not to handle myself, but stuff that maybe they could do for themselves to keep themselves kind of sane through all of it?
One, you got to do your own research on what your partner may be suffering with, and that's big. Doing your own research, seeing other people that's going through the situation that they're going through. And also, when they got appointments, you go, and you don't have to say anything, because eventually the doctors will look at you, like the people that's trying to help them look at you for like almost like confirmation. So you want to stay involved, and don't try to beat them up, but just be involved and be supportive and go to all the doctor appointments. Like the doctor, I'm not sure, the psychiatrist or which one?
Janice is the therapist.
Yeah, she almost had to like put me out because I'm protective of her. Mm-hmm. So I like go. I haven't been back since the first appointment because they haven't invited me back yet. So.
Oh, she thought you were gonna come.
Yeah, though. I'm just waiting for them to. I'm just waiting for my invitation.
She doesn't care.
I didn't know as many people suffered from it. And one, like in her prior video, she's trying to take that label off of people with mental health issues, not trying to, say that they are like crazy and like running their head into the wall, beating themselves up and stuff like that. Because it's not always that. And another thing about that, with the people who do that kind of stuff, it's like this stuff is like happening with these people that have them kind of issues. But with people like Tyne and other people that may be suffering the same way she's suffering, they're kind of quiet. So you may not know that they thinking about suicide. Then next minute later down the line, granted she didn't do that, they committed suicide.
And we have to be best friends. We have to be in a relationship. I have to try, And
our friendship is getting better. It is getting better. We actually went to go work out today.
We went out to work together.
Mm-hmm. Really did today.
And that's not just like, and now that that has a lot to do with spirituality, because that has a lot to do with our church, and our church showing us that even though we are, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, at the end of the day, we're supposed to be friends.
Right.
We're supposed to be friends.
And not, to make it a little bit funny, I'm sorry, I'm going to go a different way with this video right here. Our church is like, I ain't trying to say they get you to try to hook up because they're trying to get you to have sex. But they trying to get you to hook up, meet the right person, and get married and have favor on your life. That is what I really see from our church. They have a singles prayer. Saturday, they doing a love walk. This church is really just all about.
Okay.
Yeah. But I basically made my point about our church. I love it. Like,
That's a whole nother video though.
Yeah, that is a whole nother video.
Relationships.
But when she talked about friends, I can talk about my church all day. But yeah, that word aware is that's a big word if you just look and delve into the word. Because my pastor, she likes to dive into words because she loves words. But if you look at that word aware, like, because if you're not aware, this thing can really eat you alive. This thing of mental health can really eat you alive. Because I didn't know, I wasn't aware of how much or how it affected her and how it affected us, how it affected the children. But now that I become more aware, I can be better for her and her walk to get better with mental health.
Now he wasn't aware. I wasn't. Not only was he wasn't aware, I wasn't aware. I knew I was sad. I wasn't expecting them to go in there. And then even when I go in there now, they still adding letters to me, and I'm like, okay, like I mean now I kind of take it in stride. Like, I'm not belittling it, but I do understand that it doesn't define me, because the whole point of it is that I just understand that this is just explains why certain things affect me in certain ways. This is why I react to things certain ways, but it doesn't define me, and I can handle things instead of handling things like I used to. Now I will learn how to handle things better. That's it. And I just want to raise that awareness. I feel a lot because I'm not trying to be mean, I'm in a lot of support groups for bipolar, and I'm not trying to be mean, I don't feel supported. And I don't want to get any backlash, but I just see a whole bunch of posts just like trigger posts. I just had a nervous breakdown. I just did this. I just did that. And I'm not saying these people didn't have a nervous breakdown. I'm not saying these people didn't do this. I'm not saying these people didn't do that. But my question is, what do you do so you don't have a nervous breakdown? What can we do so we can prevent? That's my quest. Because it has to be something to work towards stopping that. I just refuse to believe that there is this. The statistics are crazy. I think it's like 1 in 4 or 1 in 7 people have mental health disorders, and that's just it. Like, we're just destined to be this just miserable people for the rest of. I refuse. I refuse to believe that. I will not claim that. I will not claim that. No, I'm not saying that everything will be peaches and cream. But I know that there are people, like I just saw a thing that Justin Timberlake suffers with, I believe, bipolar. He's done amazing things. No, every day of his life probably isn't amazing, but he did not let that deter him from doing. He's got a feeling in his bones. It's electric wavy. He wrote that. So